I've been asked this question a lot of times by a lot of my friends going into medical school and those who are already in medical school. It's how to choose the residency specialty of your choice, whether that be primary care, a surgical specialty, or some sort of other subspecialty of any of those above. Hey guys, my name is Dr. Sharma, and here about a video on how to choose your specialty. As always, like and subscribe for more videos, and please comment below so that I know how I'm doing and I can start to target more of the videos that you guys want to talk about. Now, why is this topic so important? Because honestly, every single specialty and every occupation in medicine is almost like its own career. Prior to even going into medical school, a lot of you may not even know which specialty you want to pursue. Some of you may not know if you want to be doing a subsurgical specialty, but you kind of know that you really want to help people and practice medicine in some sort of way that will affect people's lives directly. As you may know, one of the requirements for going into medical school may be shadowing a physician or some sort of doctor in any specialty and really getting to talk to them and know them and have them write a letter of recommendation for you. That's one way that you can expose yourself really early on to the different fields that you can pursue. I really think the most important first step is to decide between OR and not OR. And by that I mean, are you going to be scrubbing in and cutting, or are you not going to be? And this really is the biggest decision basically between general surgery and internal medicine. Now, I don't necessarily mean just those two specialties, because internal medicine has its own subspecialties such as oncology, cardiology, allergy, as well as many other fields that you can subspecialize off of internal medicine, and so does general surgery, transplant surgery, colorectal, GI, etc. Those sorts of subspecialty surgical specialties that you can specialize in. Those are the two really big subsets that I think is going to be really important for you early on to figure out. Now, that's not to say that you can decide between the two later on in life, but I just think it makes it a lot easier, because as you go on throughout your third year, you're going to be wanting to make that decision earlier to select your elective rotations accordingly. Aside from those two general specialties that you can start off in, it's really important to think about the other specialties such as radiology, ENT, ophthalmology, dermatology, psychiatry, neurology, and radiation oncology. There's literally so many different choices, and every single one is so specific and has basically their own career. So that can be really daunting for all of you, and I'm sure, and it kind of was for me. In fact, I was making my decision a little bit later in the game because I didn't make that decision up front. The next step is to decide where you are happiest. I really urge you to go out into different offices and shadow different physicians of different specialties and figure out what the type of medicine is that really stimulates you, that really makes you excited to go into work. Really, the first thing about medicine is to really try to enjoy it, because medicine is a very difficult field. There's a lot of learning to do, and if you can try to find something that you truly enjoy, whether it be a combination of the lifestyle and the medicine behind it, a combination of the patient population that you're dealing with, such as pediatrics or geriatric medicine, whether it's a combination of both, just really trying to hone down on what makes you happy and what makes you excited. Those sorts of decisions can be made either before medical school, in medical school during your first or second year, or during third year, because at the end of third year and on to fourth year is when you're really going to have to know exactly what field you're going to be going into and applying for in the middle of fourth year when you go on interviews and start to the match process. Another step in deciding a specialty is to really know your personality and to see what sort of field that fits into. For example, ER, you're definitely going to have to be very outgoing and definitely be a leader, because you're going to be running rapids and codes constantly throughout the emergency department and really taking ownership of a patient right when they walk through the door. That's a little bit similar to surgery as well, because you're definitely going to be the leader in the OR room when you're doing your surgical procedures. Do you like kids? I mean, that's a really big step into going into pediatrics, because if you're able to deal with kids as well as their patients, that would be an amazing field for you to go into. Maybe you're a person who doesn't necessarily want to talk to and work with people inside the hospital itself, but you really want to know a lot about every single specialty and the anatomical pathology, then maybe radiology or radiation oncology is the right thing for you. My next video is going to be about some of the really big main specialties that have a lot of spots that you may be interested in, that are really the bread and butter of medicine, and their personality types that I've seen, what each of them go through on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to talk about my specialty that I'm going to be going into in the next video, Please like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or specific details about any of the specialties that I'm currently working with, when I go to work every day, I'm seeing every single one of the specialties, and I've got friends in all of them, so I really can answer a lot of the questions. So please comment below. Good luck.